off. We did also get a contribution from the girls' rec program for Vestavia. They helped us pay off our uniforms. So happy to say that we're like 2,500 to 3,000 in the black right now. So that's good. Appreciate all your help.
Hey, and that was David's biggest contribution was behind the face.
Oh yeah. So,
and Miss Lauren at the end of it was a little bit rough when she smacked me on top of that.
Just turned out to be perfect timing.
but I want to thank Courtney Cox for helping out with 7th grade when we first helped out this year. I really appreciate that. Everybody that helped on the books, right, during the games, Willie, Cam, Patrick, Louis did the filming on almost every 8th grade game, I think. I appreciate that. Anthony did the book for me. Split that time with Mr. Kelly out here. And just thank you for all the contributions. It's hard, right, for us to be able to do all those things, so we really need help when it comes to some of those ancillary things that gotta be done. Some of them don't have to be done. The filming doesn't have to be done, but I like to have the film there. I just like the girls. We do a little bit of studying. We'll study film a little bit, but you do have some of them that'll get on there and watch film. And I can actually see who watches film. You can tell who watches film and how long they watch it, right? Just so you know going forward, you can play it next year.
You don't have a stat for that? You don't have a stat for who watched most film?
Well, it disappears after 7 days. So, but just thank you. I forgot your name. I apologize, but I appreciate all the help that we've had from the parents this year.
And Lauren and Amy for doing all the snack.
Before the game, Lauren,
yeah.
Amy,
Yeah.
really appreciate that. That's important too. This girl's got to eat right before the game. So that's very helpful. So, players, give all your parents a hand real quick, just for how much they got. Right. That was kind of weak. Maybe we'll do better next time. So, just thinking about the team. So the first person, she's tough, right? She's really tough. I wouldn't mess with her. She comes into practice, and we have morning practices, and I can just tell that she hates me. She's like, don't mess with me, right? Stay away from me. But she's really tough. She's her sportsmanship, you'll see in the video, I think I have one. She showed great sportsmanship in one game. But she's kind. She's always uplifting to the players, and she's fun to have around. And this is her first year here, and that's Zoe. And we had 3 players that joined us this year that didn't play with us last year. Zoe, Charlie's not here. She had to come to school during the day. I think she's at the end of the day. But they were all contributors, especially at practice, just being great teammates. So enjoyed having her. And the next one, she was also a newcomer. I would say that she gave the most contributions of the newcomers on the court. She has a lot of potential. I don't know if she's going to continue playing, but she knew where she was supposed to be when she was in the games. She scored quite a few games. And she's really good defensively. I could see her in practice. She knew what was going on. Man defense is not something that's easy to pick up the first time you do it. So I could tell that she had been experienced in that. She'd played before, even though she didn't play last year. But she was fun to have on the team. She was a great contributor, and that's Amber. This next one, I love having her out there. She's always at everything. Every time I have her at the gym, it's kind of like Coach Holt was saying about some of the 7th graders. She works hard. She was kind of our 6th woman of the court. She's kind of that first one off the bench to get in the games. And as this season went on, she started progressing, and she was better. By the end of the season, she just kept getting better. And then that gives you more trust, when they're in practice and you see it, and when you see it in the game. It's good to have that trust factor in somebody. And she works really hard, and that's Molly Grant. All right, this next one, always hustling. Always hustling. She's a cheerleader. I can see it during the games. You watch film, she's standing up cheering. Right? She's one of the only ones. She's up on her feet, cheering for everybody. And you can definitely hear her. There's no doubt that you can hear her. And she's been on the ground sometimes, especially in practice, where I don't know if I could have gotten up. She hit the ground hard a few times. But hey, she always got up. She was never hurt. She never complained about it. She always broke down her huddles. I'm sure you could hear her. And I loved having her on the team the last 2 years. And that's Hazel. So this next one, this is funny because when I walk into the gym, I think the first half of the season, we didn't have referees that we'd had before. They walked in and they said, "These 8th graders?" It's like, "Why do you ask?" She said, "Got a bunch of giants." I said, "Yeah, they're very tall. They're very tall." So that was one of the advantages on defense. We have a lot of length, right? That helps tremendously. You have a lot of length. So this next person, she's got a lot of length. And by the end of the season, I mean, she's been playing a lot, and for the last 2 seasons, she just keeps getting better, and especially defensively. If you go back and watch the film, and just the last few games we played, I felt comfortable putting her on anybody on the floor, on the other team's offense. I would have trusted her against anybody. She blocked shots, she got rebounds. She was always at practice. She did a great job at practice. And I just love having her on the team for the last 2 years. And that's Claire. I got a lot of things written about some of them. This next one I would say is my most improved over last year. She's come a long way. Her ball handling, I mean, I could see it this year if you watch. She wasn't afraid. She would drive up the court with her left hand. And I don't know, last year she probably would have dribbled off her foot first, right? But she also, hey, she's worked hard. She works hard. At practice, I know some of you work hard outside of practice too, right? And I can tell when you're working outside of practice. It makes a difference. So she was just, I would say, the most improved over last year. Always hustling, always playing great defense, always rebounding, wants to come to work. And if I was in a fight somewhere, I'm taking her with me. Right? So I've just loved having her out here the past 2 years. That's it. I tried to box her out a few times in practice, and I didn't move her anywhere. She's strong. This next one, talking about length again, right? We have a very tall team. Some of that's just natural gift, very tall. She's very smooth around the rim. She's got a lot of moves around the rim. She's got good touch with both hands. She blocks more shots. If you're a shot blocker, she blocks more shots than you know about. She affects more shots than you know about, right? Whether or not she touches it or not. If you're going in and shooting against her, you know, you're going to have to adjust your shot, right? When I think about her, I think about, you're not going to know who Dikembe Mutombo was, but every time he blocked a shot, he was like, "Nah, you don't come in here. You don't come in here." And that's just who I think about. And she's always got this little sneaky grin on her face. I can never tell if she's up to something or not. But there was this, during practice this year, a few times, there was something going on. They were always smiling and laughing and giggling on what's going on. And I figured out they're making fun of me for losing my head. And I still haven't figured out who originated that. But I think it's the tallest one on the team. I'm not sure. But the only reason I think that is because the grin that I see on her face sometimes.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't her? Well, there's a couple others that could be. The one right next to her.
How about
Yeah.
Will?
Yeah. But hey, just she's been great the last 2 years. She continues to improve. Really hope she plays at the next level because she'll be fun to watch. And that's Julie. If you haven't, if you watch basketball a lot, I mean, you just know, you can tell the teams, the people that play together a lot. And these three right here play together a lot. And you can just see it in practice. Basketball is one of those games that if you don't start young, it's a little bit more difficult to pick it up. You can pick it up, but you can tell just you can see who's more comfortable with the basketball. And you just know that they've been playing for a while. And those three have been playing for a while. How long have you been playing together?
Third grade.
What grade?
Third grade.
Third grade? So
Claire too.
it shows, Claire. I mean, it just shows who's been playing and how long they've been playing. And when you play together with somebody, it also, you can tell that as well. When I let them play together in practice, you can just tell they know where each other are going, defensively, offensively. But these next two, so obviously they just left. So as I mentioned before, we had some injuries last year. So I'll just go ahead and say, but Lily hurt her back last year, second half of the season. So January, she played maybe one game and was out the rest of the season. And another season after that, softball. But I would just say she's the comeback player of the year this year. When I need somebody this year, when I needed somebody, hey, that's their best offensive player on that team, I need you to stop her, right? That's who I would put on, that girl. She's quick, she hustles, she gets after it. That's why she plays up front on the 1-3-1. When we have a press, she's up front, because I know she's just going to get after it. She's going to get after the whole game. Even that last game we played against Clay, there may have been 30 or 40 seconds left. There was no way we were coming back. But she was still rallying those troops. She was trying to keep them in the game. And, she said we still got it. Yeah, I know. I love it. Hey, that just shows leadership. That shows leadership. And, you know, you got to have leaders on your team. And just, like I said, I loved having her last year, loved having her this year. And I don't know what she's going to play when she gets older. But it's going to be fun to watch her. She's got a lot of talent. And I'm sure she can play multiple things. So, let's give a hand. Love it. And the next one, Ellie. So, she's kind of like Lily, but she's not up in your face aggressive. Like Lily's up in your face aggressive. There are a few of you are. She's kind of like the cat that's just playing with you, right? She's just toying with you. She's quick, and she can steal it from you, but she kind of plays off of you. But then when you're not expecting it, wham, there it goes. She takes it, and she's gone. But I played her, when we pressed, I played her in the back, because that's what you need to be. You need to be able to see the court and just anticipate it. And she's really good at that. Her court vision's really good. She sees a lot of things that others don't see. And she makes those passes. You can see some of the passes she makes. She's got good court vision. And she can shoot. She shot really well. But one thing she does, she works at it. I don't know how much the others work outside of here, but I know she works. And I see it when she's in practice and the others going for a water break, she's out shooting threes. So it's just, you know, a little thing. I know she loves basketball. She's doing it. I look forward to seeing her play at the high school. She's going to have a good career. But as far as this team goes, the 8th graders, you know, we weren't always serious at practice. I don't know what happens between the 7th grade and the 8th grade, but there's like a bigger giggle factor that happens between those two grades or something. And they weren't always as serious in practice as I wanted them to be. But when it came to the games, it was like a switch. And they were just, man, they were ready to play. They were ready to get after it. They didn't care who they were playing. And that's something you can't really coach is just them being able to turn that switch on and just getting after it for the 24 minutes that clock's going, right? So it's just, I've enjoyed coaching them. I didn't miss anybody, right? I got everybody. Okay, Charlie's not here. But I've really enjoyed the last 2 years with you guys. Right? It's been a blast. I don't know, you know, I'm fortunate to be able to do this. And it makes it all worth it when I have a group like that. Just want to thank you. Okay. Thanks for working hard. Good luck next year. I do have a couple of awards to give out. Sorry for that. I didn't think I was going to cry. The older I get, the more I cry. So to give out a couple awards. I don't have the medal for the tournament team, for the all metro tournament team, but that was Lily Ferguson. So when I get that medal, now the 2 all metro players for us this year, as I mentioned, we had a lot of contributors, but I thought they, contributed the most this year. I'm not big on these. These are not my favorite awards, right? I think it's a team game. Everybody contributes. But these are nice to give out. I'm going to give out 2 more awards in just a second. Those will be more to me than these. These are really cool just to give them some credit for all the work they put in. And so our all metro for the season were Ellie and Lily. Now these next 2 awards, give one for the 7th, one for the 8th. And these are the Teammate of the Year awards. Okay? And we let the players vote on these awards. If I had seen one I didn't like, I might have overridden, but I didn't have to do that. The players can see everything that you see. They see each other. They know how their teammates treat them. They know who's encouraging them. They know who works hard. There's a lot more to these awards than just, hey, who's scoring the most points, who's getting the most rebounds, right? This is a character award, and it just shows, I would encourage you to strive for this type of award of high character more than I would for the other, right? Equally or more important than any other award, okay? So, for the 7th grade this year, for the Teammate of the Year, it's Lila Kelly. Congratulations. And so we have I've ordered a plaque. It's like a perpetual plaque. It'll have their names on it and the year that they won the award. So I'm gonna get last year's too. But I think I told you last year I would get that up on the board. So we've got it ordered. We just got to get it up. We're gonna hang it somewhere in the gym somewhere, just so people can see it. Now for the 8th grade, like I said, players voted, and love having it. Right? I love having all of you, but I'm glad that you get to vote on these. So it's not just us and the coaches. So it kind of solidifies what we see and what we think. But this year's Team of the Year for the 8th grade is
You got like 30 minutes.
Okay. So, one last thing before I show these things. I tell you to practice, but tomorrow is not guaranteed. Okay. And I want you to tell each one of your parents that you love them and thank them for this season. Okay. And all they do. All right. Don't forget to do that. I know I tell you all that during the season. I'm serious. Don't forget to tell them. Okay. All right.
Coach Turner, before you start that activity, the girls have just quick things they want to say to the coaching staff.
Sure.
Okay. Sarah Kate, yeah, and Leonore. It'll be short and sweet. It's the accumulation of thoughts from all the girls on each team. Sarah Kate's gonna read. the 7th grade. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing the humor and always being considerate. Thank you for stepping in and playing defense with us because we didn't have enough players. You were a good sub during practice and always there for our team no matter what. Whether it was hitting us with football pads, screaming at us to box out, or getting us water for the games, you were always there for our team. Coach Turner, your passion for basketball is unreal. You always push us to our best and help our team grow this year. Thank you for helping us in practice and telling us encouraging quotes. You always kept things positive. We learned so much this season and appreciate all the effort you have put in for us. Coach Holcomb, it's a little sad we didn't get to see you and Briz have that dance battle. But it probably would have been hard to watch anyway. We will never forget the awesome moments from naming our plays after refugees characters to downtown. You are encouraging, kind, and patient. You made basketball fun and you never gave up on us. Thank you for everything you did for our team this year.
Thank you for
Coach Briz, we love your silly speeches, your role model, and how you wear flip-flops to every game. You always make us laugh but push us hard. You will always be our favorite place. Coach Holcomb, thank you for helping us with our plays when we were clueless. You are so dependable and always know what to say, as well as being a great listener. Thank you for helping us grow in confidence while developing skills we can use in the future. Coach Turner, you are the best coach. You are always so calm and collected. You always know what you're doing. You can be silly, but always supportive. Thank you for putting up with Lily and Claire being mean to you. Inside joke. Also, we could never have all those kids and wife and a whole other job and still make time to watch film and win matches. You always push us to be our best no matter the outcome. Thank you for the sacrifices you made to lead our team these past 2 seasons. You will truly be missed, Coach Turner.